My only issue, and I'm not ripping on BARR here, but my only issue is what he said there of this can't be a tit for tat. Isn't that what crime and punishment is? Isn't everything tit for tat? I walk into a gas station when I leave here and shoplift a candy bar, which I certainly might do. Aren't I going to get punished for that if I'm caught? Can't I call that tit for tat? Well, just because I did something doesn't mean you should do something to me. That doesn't sound like tit for tat to me. That sounds like accountability. Here he is again talking about the two people I'm talking about, Obama and Biden.
Now, as to President Obama and Vice President Biden, whatever their level of involvement, based on the information I have today, I don't expect Mr. Durham's work will lead to a criminal investigation of either man. Our concern over potential criminality is focused on others.
Okay. I'm going to let you hear from Devin Nunes, and then I'm just going to get something off my chest. Go ahead.
Well, as you know, we've been running our own investigation. House Republicans have for 3.5 years, and we've made our own criminal referrals. We have not. I don't want to get into who we've specifically criminally referred, so I don't want to play this cat and mouse game, so to speak, but I can tell you that we have not referred either Biden or Obama. So, I'll kind of leave it at that, I guess.
Okay. You ever see those old cartoons? You know what I'm talking about, Looney Tunes. You saw this all the time where somebody has a decision to make and this little angel Jesse shows up on my shoulder and says, Jesse, they're totally right. We need to be above board on all that. Let's not drag the past administration in there. That sets a bad precedent. And you know what? That good Jesse is totally right. But then there's bad Jesse that shows up on this shoulder and he starts whispering in my ear and says, Jesse, screw them. They're never going to change. They're going to go after you anyway. And doesn't it set a bad precedent to allow the president, that was really amazing what I just did there. Doesn't it set a bad precedent to allow the president to be partisan? Look, I'm fine if there's no evidence pointing at Obama or Biden. I'm fine. But what if there is? Are we letting them go just because we don't want to look like big, mean faces? He is the president of the United States of America. At least he was. That doesn't come with a special exemption to commit crimes. That means you're held to a higher standard, at least in any sane country you would be. That's what's frustrated me so much about the DOJ and FBI and all the malfeasance that's taken place there. And I guess we'll let AG BARR finish the investigation before we scream too loud about it. But you're in the Federal Bureau of Investigation. You're not given a special pass because of that. You're held to a higher standard because of that. You don't get to use bad information to get a warrant to spy on an American citizen and go, whoopsie, whatever. Anyway, we sent out a memo. We're moving on. No. You are held to a higher standard than everybody else, not a lower standard. Barack Obama, if Barack Obama knowingly signed off on an investigation that was illegal, we're not going to hold him to account for that? And I know what you're saying, Jesse, that's a big if. Keep in mind, the man in charge of this investigation, Peter Strzok, we have the text messages that came out from him and that Lisa Page, where he said very specifically, Barack Obama wants to know everything we're doing. I didn't say that. The guy in charge of the investigation said that. That doesn't sound like Obama was just going along, does it? And as president of the United States of America, doesn't he have a higher responsibility? Clear back to the proportional thing when it comes to crime and punishment. As president of the United States, if the FBI is going to open an investigation into your political opponent, shouldn't you make sure that they have some real ironclad stuff? I need to see pictures of Donald Trump snorting piles of cocaine off his desk. Here, people. Don't give me this might be. Don't give me this dossier. Don't give me I heard from a guy who heard from a guy. If I'm President Barack Obama and the FBI brings me a potential investigation into my political opponent, brother, you're going to have to go down a checklist about 10 miles long before you get me to sign off on that. Just saying. Hey, thanks so much for watching the first on YouTube. If you liked what you saw, go ahead and like and subscribe. You heard me. Like it, subscribe. You'll get a lot more of it and a lot more of me.